Pooh! Hey guys, welcome back with Mark Jackson. I get to kick back tonight, and yeah, I lost my audio. So I'm riding shotgun with all of you tonight. Got a lot of things to do. And, well, one of the good things is I get to kick back and take my hands off the controller, lean back in my chair, and do it this way. But I got a surprise for you tonight. Number one is what had us crying at episode's end last time. We get the Zora Greaves. So that's 4-4 in the Zora Greaves. Ooh. I'm sorry if my voice audio is a little bit out of time with this episode. I still haven't nailed it down when everything goes wrong. When it all goes wrong again. Zora Greaves, 4 stars. But that's not it. I said I had a little surprise for you, and bearing in mind that I've played this already, I know what it is. I'm not going to share that with you yet, but I'm going to tell you. You're going to see it. We're also going to tackle one of the toughest, maybe 2 of the toughest shrines that I've seen in the game. I mean, all the things that we need to do, and I'll try to take you through that as best as I can. Man, this really pisses me off, because this is around a 40-plus minute video, and I got to sit here and do it again. And now, what am I doing? I'm taking a dump. Maybe I was trying to tell you guys something. It must not have been that important, other than I ate corn earlier. And, no, we don't want to know about that. Alright, so we got a few things in the docket tonight. One of the things I'm about to show you is Dinreal Scale. We're seeing it right now. Off camera, we did some dragon hunting. And we managed to farm a few things from the dragons. I ended up burning up one of my falling stars, as you saw in the menu. And now I'm showing you where we found Dinreal. And now I'm diddling around, yeah, because that's one of the places I wanted to visit tonight. There seems to be an interesting location just to the northeast of that, but I gotta, inform you in advance that we didn't go there. And that's where we found Dinreal, in that area there. We ended up getting 3 scales from him. We found him in 3 different locations. I jumped from just north of Death Mountain, and then moved over, and now we're getting onto it. Because we have Dinreal Scale, we can go to the Spring of Power now and do that shrine. But yeah, I found him north, near a skeleton of Death Mountain, and then I immediately jumped to Hybrid Tower? Hybrid Tower? Am I pronouncing that right? And he was there again, around 1:30 in the morning. So I really got lucky with that. So we got 3 scales, and I used them. I used 2 of them on something special, and 1 we're about to do right now. Spring of Power Quest. Now, if you guys remember, I beat my head against the wall on trying to figure out how to do this. I believe the episode, I can't remember the episode name, or number rather, but I do remember the name, and it was called Fail Army, because we waited around 2 days for that dragon to give up, to show up and give up one of his scales. Didn't happen. And if I remember correctly, I wonder what the hell I'm doing right here. Yeah. Shadow Facts. Hope this audio's in tune, or in time. In tune and in time. Whatever. I still haven't found too much use for the horses, to be honest with you. What, with flying and fast traveling and all that, but oh yeah, and if my audio is in tune, we can sidestep down the cliffs. And what you saw fly out of the Master Sword there is, as long as you're full health, you can do that with, I believe it's right, what equates to the right bumper. Yeah, let's battle some horseback, guys. I remember this. I really wanted to go straight, too, but I feel bad for not using the horses enough in this game. We give it a little crack, and I don't know. Yeah. Personally, looking back now, I would have jumped off earlier. So I'm kicked back with a beer, watching my own movie. Worked a lot better. And I'm wondering right about this point in time, I'm wondering if that's in the Tino Village, the kid, Neve, who has the weapons challenge. I want to see these weapons. I want to see these weapons. That's a modeling club. That's what he asked for, but it's also a spike modeling club. So I'm still not entirely sure. I haven't even tried yet. But I'm still not entirely sure that'll count for the quest. Or what a reward is. Either way, Spring of Power is where I want to go. Always soothe your beast when he squeals. When the horse neighs like that, soothe him. Some apples. Pretty good idea, too. Now, I don't know if there's a way to check the bond of your horse, like right on the fly. I know when the horse is boarded at a stable, you can. But I don't want to take any chances, so... a couple apples. Soothing. Good doctrine. Maybe a waste of time, maybe a waste of apples. It'd be nice to know what the bond is. So let's get in here to the Spring of Power. We've got the dragon scale, excuse me, that we need. We drop it right here in the water, I believe. I was a little remiss about this, whether we put it on the altar in front of us or in the scale, or in the pond, but this worked out. And in we go to our first shrine of the game, where a surprise awaits you. Sorry, bump my mic. God, if I don't get this audio right this time, I'm going to grab a dildo and shove it up my ear socket. I so had other plans tonight. Skip, as always, please and thank you. And this shrine was a pleasant surprise because of the surprise that I have in store, a major test of strength. And I'm about to show you that surprise. I didn't think that I was going to show you this early. I thought it might be a couple of episodes before we came across another Guardian. And if not in this episode, what I was going to do was go find one to show you. But there it is. The Ancient Greaves, Curtis and Helm, all upgraded to level 3. Not full yet. I need a lot more parts in order to do that. So obviously the idea here is just to armor up, get all the weapons together that we possibly can. And in hindsight, I forgot to put stasis on. I forgot to select stasis before we actually walked in there. It didn't turn out to be a problem. I left the Master Sword, but I quickly switched to a Guardian weapon. Because the Guardian weapons, they work a lot better against... Yeah, they're the best when it comes to fighting against Guardians. And that helmet looks so stupid on this armor. Rest of the armor looks pretty damn sweet. But it's a set bonus, so... Damn, what am I thinking about right now? Contemplating the meaning of life? It's interesting looking back at what you do. Especially when you don't have your own audio to explain to you what you're doing. But if I remember correctly, what I was doing was looking for a defense up, and I just couldn't find one. And I'm not sure why, because I was pretty sure in the previous episode I cooked some defense up and just wasn't able to see it. Finally said, screw it, let's go attack up, and... Yeah, here we go. I don't want to waste my Hylian shield, so I switched off. Probably should have went with a Guardian shield, but I'm terrible at blocking their beams, and to be honest with you, I want them killed before that. Yeah, that's when I realized my mistake. It just bombs away. I'm stupid. Yeah, I would agree with that. I wanted to go with a lower ranked Guardian weapon, but I know that I'm going to get replacements from him when he's dead. Yeah, because that worked out. He can't hurt himself. I'll admit, I laser focus on my hearts, but at the beginning of this battle, I really didn't. And we're chewing him to pieces. This doesn't even matter right here. I mean, at the worst case here, I'm thinking, we got Mephis. Well, Mephis Grace doesn't count here, but we've got 8 fairies. I rush in. Hey, I made the right choice there. Don't want him getting that laser off. Well, next are the weapons that we planned on swapping out and picking up, which is the reason why I use this axe. We're done with that. I had a hard time seeing if there was an axe in there. I believe there was, you know. Believe that, like, I believe I can fly. Chuck that. We had 3 of them. I'm not happy with getting rid of those kinds of weapons, but... it's not lost on me what we're doing here. Automatically, I see the 30 shield. I want to get rid of that. I want to pick up the... yeah, Guardian shield up. And I feel like that was a good decision. Equip that so we're sexy. I really don't want to use the thing, the Hylian shield. I don't want to use it, I just want to be sexy with it. Keep it as a status symbol. Probably should have taken the axe with me, to be honest with you, but yeah, let's switch off that. Yeah, in retrospect, looking at... yeah, I agree with that decision as well. Ain't that always the way? Little less than pleased with that, but hey, we get a new one. Just wasted a little time. And yeah, let's rush right through him patting us on the back and telling us how awesome we are and all the rest of it. I mentioned at the beginning of the episode that we were going to be faced with 2 of the tougher rune trials that we had. I didn't actually... I got this episode confused with the last one. The last episode was the one where it was kind of darn tough. This episode, I was surprised to see what the next rune challenge was going to be as well. I'm also surprised to see how long these loading screens are. They're not horrible, but... yeah, I'm completely freaking out over the menu right now. I have no idea why. Now, Birds in the Mountains is a quest that I wanted to tackle tonight. It really had my interest. And what I'm thinking is, damn, what if we get, like, they were talking about this great white bird, the little kid, that her grandfather kept telling the story, and she couldn't remember the end of it. Yeah, to be expected. But, I was really, really wondering if we got a chance to get, like, a a flying companion, like a horse, but we could fly around. And I was sure as hell hoping about that. That was my theory. And, we'll see if it proves true. Now I'm looking around for that damn tree. And I'm not smart enough right now to just orient myself with the red pin that I put in it. Well, it could have been quite a bit faster, to be honest with it. Damn, how many beers did I have for this? Either way, let's power up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got kind of punked by the Divine Beast and automatically set us back, and that cost us one of our power-ups. So finally I just said screw it, and let's fly on over. Got a little ways to go, so I might kick back real quick here and cut the video until we get to the tree. Or I guess in this case, my audio. Be right back, guys. Alright, so we're just about there, and then I encounter this new beast. Looks like a giant razorback until I see the rhinoceros. Excuse me. Great horned rhinoceros. And here I'm thinking, oh man, is this going to be like a lino or something? Shooting at it with a pretty significant bow. I believe it's not a royal bow. And I gotta admit, I was surprised when I brought the animal down that quickly. Icy prime meat, I need to find more of that, or I need to find a way to manufacture it too. And right about now, I'm bitching and moaning about, hey, you can climb soft snow, but you can't climb rocks in the rain. Oh, God. I'm not going to say anything about this other than, look how awesome my aim is. I will add, it's kind of hard to get your orientation for your lob and your timing when you don't have any background. The depth perception in this one was difficult, but I suck anyway. So it seems like I'm a lot better at shooting things that are alive than I am at these stupid little puzzles here. Too early, too high, or too low. This might be it. That looks good. I still suck. But it's worth a Korok. And that's 10. Bye-bye. Fiend. So we're almost to the tree. And, yeah, we used all of, I like to call them ravioli. The bird power. We used all three in an effort to, charge it back up again. I don't like the idea that from what I understand, that the camel and the bird, they have a 6 minute cooldown time or something like that. So after you use all three, it takes 6 minutes for them to recharge. That's the cooldown. But you have to use all three in order for them to start to recharge. I don't like that. Why not do like a 2 minute cooldown timer for, per use? That way I can more effectively store what I'm trying to do. Another cool thing with the upgraded snow clothes that we have that we bought from Burrito Village, we're wearing right now, is the set bonus means we cannot be frozen. Unfreezable is the bonus. Really pleased about that. But yeah, it's raining, we go sliding up and down cliffs and this and that, but this thing's got to be covered in an inch of ice and snow. We can get up that, no problem. Inquiring minds want to know why. Oh, surprised me the first time I saw it. Surprised me this time. But these cold weather creatures just, they can't deal with fire. You know, I mean, obvious. And the raw gourmet meat that we got out of that fox was like 3 times the size of the animal itself. Oh, man. Now, there's our tree. And here I am in the back of my mind thinking, damn, I should have kept the Rito power rather than squandering to recharge it. But that just goes into my argument, you know. I mean, it should be a, you know, hell, I take a 3-minute cooldown for each level, as opposed to a 6-minute cooldown for all. That way I could select when I wanted to use them. I take a 1-minute penalty. I'm not going to knock points off the game for that. And is this our white bird that the child was talking about with her grandfather? We're going to find out. Wise decision. Just trying to see if the cork mass spins up anything interesting here, and to the best of my memory, the answer was no. Here's our tree, and I found the fact that it blanked out the branches a little interesting. And now that I see, it's so easy. I saw it first time, this time around. It sticks out like a sore thumb, but when I was actually playing it blind, it took me a minute to figure this one out. Now I'm sure you guys see the white bird. You see it? Question is, there was supposed to be something in its belly, and I wanted questions answered there.
Rivali's gale is now ready.
Thanks, Ravioli. Again, I apologize if the voice audio doesn't quite match up with this. This is going to be a lot of fun to cut together. Anyway, here I am thinking, that's got to be the bird. What's in his belly? And I'm a little let down, to be honest with you, as you can see now, plainly obvious, that there's a shrine down there. I'm a little bit let down because I was kind of hoping for a quest to get a companion. You know, again, like a horse. A bird that we could fly around on, man. Like the eagles from Lord of the Rings. But, to be honest with you, it wasn't to be. Instead, we got a shrine. And we got ourselves a guardian up there on the surface as well. Which kind of led me to believe that this was going to be another combat quest. I still don't know what that snorting was. Also a little bit surprised that all we had to do was show up here in order to complete that quest, the Bird in the Mountains. And I was really hoping that there was more to it. But yeah, this episode, 2 major tests of strengths right in a row. I was really surprised about that. Anyway, I can't remember if I did any better or worse during this one. You know, I mean, I suck at the high-level combat, but... And I'm always... You know, I've got plenty of ancient arrows, but in the major tests of combat, I don't think they're as effective as they are out in the field against guardians out there in the sandbox. So, yeah, I was a little up in the air. I'm pretty sure I default back to bomb arrows and continue my same strategy. That's the sword we got off the previous one. Yeah, we pull out the cowbell. I looked at those ancient arrows, man. Ta-da! I want to say that I made quicker work of him. honestly don't remember. I'll spare you the blow-by-blow. I mean, you guys can see what's going on. I'm not going to go, I'm moving left and right and this and that. What I will say is I did try to work on my dodges a little bit, you know, for flurry attacks. It didn't work. So I got frustrated, and whenever you try to do a spin attack, which the last major one got us at the beginning of this episode, I just hit him with a bomb arrow and knock him out of it. Yeah, see, he wants to spin up again. You know, no spooling up for you. And it looks bad. We're blowing ourselves up, but look at our health. In hindsight, you know, maybe I should have used shock arrows. We have plenty of them. And if you know, that's just not hurting us. If you look at our health, it just doesn't do anything. So it's a, you know, I mean, it's a slow grind until you get to the end here, and you just don't want them to get that laser off, as I'm sure a lot of you guys already know. And that's it. Some, if I remember correctly, yeah, just picking up the new sword, yeah. Want the axe, for sure. And I want the sword as well. And I think better of it. Excuse me, by the way. Yeah. Well, it would have worked if I threw the correct one. Forgot to equip. Stupid. Ah, well. Toss out a Guardian Sword worth 20. Pick up one that's worth 47. Worth taking a little bit of time, yeah. Call it a no-brainer. What's this going to be? Inventory full again? That's been the age-old thing of this game. Ooh, I forgot about that. That gives us 2. We had to burn some diamonds in order to upgrade our stuff. God, that hat. I know I was looking around for extra chests, but this time around I'm looking at the videos. How stupid is that hat? Thank you. Number 2 already. Which feels pretty good because the last 2 or 3 episodes we've gotten a heart upgrade. I think 3 in a row, if you count the Divine Beast. So, yeah, we're moving up quickly. To be honest with you, I feel a little bit overpowered at this point. So, I'm not complaining though. I mean, the difficulty sneaks up on you. It really does. Next minute, yeah, you know, I could say all I want. Yeah, we're doing great. And then I get one hit or just absolutely ripped apart by something. Good news is we got a lot of fairies. Fairies I don't want to waste. It's hard to get 8 because the fairies only appear when you have 2 or less, I believe. So being able to have 8 in your inventory takes a little bit of, I wouldn't say exploiting, but it takes a little bit of thought process. See, how it works is you take the fairies. See, I had, I think, 4 fairies, and I held them in my hands, which don't count in your inventory. Long story short, when they don't count in your inventory, new fairies appear, and so I've heard you can carry up to 11 of them. Now, because there's a guardian above us right now, I don't want to take off the ancient armor, and that's the reason why we're going to pick up some food for cold resistance and rock the fire sword to continue to keep us warm. We heard the snorts coming on the way in to this village. We heard the snorts coming in on the way into this shrine. I wasn't sure what they were. We're about to find out. It's not what I thought it was. And it's not him either. Now here I am convinced that that guardian's alive. Then we see the moose. No. No, we need a lock. Don't remember if we got one, though. I think we did. Little jittery with the camera because I'm concerned about that guardian coming alive. But the thing is, these moose here, they're not waking it up. Such is life. I don't like the enemies with the spears. I appreciate why they use them. They're effective. Especially against me because I suck, but... Now, looking at the moose, I'm very curious now whether or not this... I was positive that this guardian was going to come alive and kill us, but... You think we're close enough. So it's time to go hunting. Got a photo of the moose. I don't, to my best savvy, remember if we've ever hunted the moose and what their meat is. And I was surprised all three of them, you know, just stood there and took it. That really surprised me. This didn't. I wasn't sure if he was alive or dead as I got closer. I was sure he was alive when we first came into the area, but I wasn't sure when we first got closer either way. I knew what the end result would be, and that's it. Get it in the face. Yeah, really surprised to see how far north we actually made it and all the areas that I want to search here. And there is something I wanted to do before this, before moving over to the Korok Forest, but to be honest with you, I forgot. That'll be coming up in the next episode. It's going to be one of the first things I do. It's by the Hebra Tower. And I looked down and I saw a cottage. And that is something I wanted to try. This is where I started to think about, oh yeah, because we got the Korok seeds. That's the reason why I screwed up with my thought process. I was excited to... I believe it was shield. I tried the bow, but the shield was successful. And I didn't have a problem with burning them all. Yeah. Yeah, why not, right? Just, yeah, rub one out and let's get on with it. I had been neglecting the shield slots. But we have, you know, 3 of the same one in the night shields. I just don't see a reason to drop them is the thing. I mean, they're good shields. So yeah, increasing the Korok stash, or increasing the Korok stash, what am I talking about? Increasing my shield stash, using those Korok seeds, and doing a little bit of a search around here. This was kind of cool. It's a quest for an ice rod. Apparently I already had one. Fastest side quest in history. Just done. Didn't even know. But it worked out. Worked out for some good money, too. Yes, and this is the Korok Trials. We already have that quest. I've not dug into that yet. But while I'm here, what I want to do is get a little bit of exploring around the shops and the people here to see if the Korok's here, I suppose, to see if they have any more quests or anything worth buying. And that's what I did for the rest of the episode. I was going to set it up so I could, off camera, go back into the Trial of the Sword and try that hard mode again, or the hardest difficulty again, hopefully without a crash. Why do I change into the sneak gear right now? The answer is, I really like the way it looks. It's got to be one of the sexiest armors in the game. And of course, as it happens, we find more people with quests. And Bloopy. What have you done for me lately? Not really. And see, what I thought was a bloopy were those blue bouncy balls. And then I started to wonder if it's the glowing blue rabbit that we see up by the Great Fairy Fountain at Kakarina Village. Maybe we should get a shot at that. Well, you know, picture of that to show this little dude. But yeah, that's where the episode ends, guys. I just run around here. There's a blood moon. I'll leave you with that. Hey, I've been Mark Jackson. I'll talk to you later.
The blood
See ya.
moon rises once again. Please be careful.